is Carson Jump, and this is my presentation on an emerging technology, and I chose to do this over artificial intelligence and machine learning. So these two technologies are taking over the world quickly, becoming a worldwide phenomenon. And after taking a deeper dive, I've identified the key aspects, benefits, and concerns that are going to be taken into account when looking at artificial intelligence and machine learning. Artificial intelligence is a digital computer or computer-controlled robot that is able to perform tasks associated with intelligent beings, something that me or you would be able to make. And it is able to learn from data input, which plays off of machine learning, which allows it to provide personalized responses and opens the door for new opportunities in many different businesses and many different areas. Next, we are going to talk about machine learning, which is a subset of artificial intelligence, which is able to develop algorithms and statistical models, enabling computers to learn from the data inputted. And they are also able to analyze historical data and make predictions about future outcomes concerning businesses, which is something that will be able to benefit businesses very much. It also is able and enables computers to understand, interpret, and generate results from general data around that anyone can see. So they can take this data and analyze it and use this to put into their strategy. And it can also be supervised or unsupervised learning based on labeled data and unlabeled data. So, some of the key features for artificial intelligence include mimicking human intelligence, so it is able to take what is given and be able to take more data, analyze it, and give personalized responses that mimic what a human is capable of. And next, it is very adaptable and learns very quickly. So no matter what you give at it, no matter what question you ask, it's going to incorporate its different sources from the web, searching it, trying to figure out what you're talking about, and give you the most correct answer related to the problem. And it also has very much context awareness, so when you tell it about something, it's going to understand what you're trying to talk about, understand the context, and give you an answer related to what is concerned in the problem. And for machine learning, one of the main features that it has is generalization. So this means it's able to generalize the training data to make predictions or decisions on new unseen data. This means that the machine learning models can apply the knowledge learned from specific examples to new similar situations. It also has feature extraction, which is essential for transforming raw data into meaningful information that the models can use, and it will encompass different learning paradigms, including supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning, which is also talked about here, and it has its own characteristics and applications, allowing machine learning to address a variety of learning tasks and scenarios. And then next, we're going to be talking about the benefits related to artificial intelligence and machine learning. So it improves the decision making for businesses. So with this, they're easily able to take the data that they have, incorporate this into their AI model, and be able to get very accurate results relating to it as long as the quality of data is very good. The AI model and the machine learning can create responses to help with decision making and improve strategy. And it also increases innovation, allowing businesses to go farther into different areas that they've wanted to explore and be able to use this AI to understand which areas they can innovate in and what they should be cautious about. And with AI, they're also able to have another way to be able to personalize and target their market, because they can put the data in, put what their target market is, and see their demands and put that into the model, and it can give you a very impactful analyzed statement that will help with targeting the market better and being able to personalize the products to make more demand for the company. And it can also help with automation of repetitive tasks. Since it's the AI model, it can take this data and continuously monitor it, research it, analyze it to figure out different patterns and create new situations creating different strategies that companies can use for it. And it can also be useful within cost reduction because, along with other data entries, you can put in what's costing the business and be able to have this AI model in the machine learn from what's going on, understand the patterns, and be able to put in different areas where it can improve and see what you can cut out to increase the profit and reduce the cost. And lastly, for the benefits that I saw, there are other benefits there are many benefits out there that are related to AI and machine learning, but with the last one is risk mitigation. With this, you can look at different potential risks and anomalies, allowing businesses to proactively mitigate threats and minimize losses. So whether it is cybersecurity, monitoring, or predicting maintenance or fraud detection, AI can help the organization stay ahead of potential risk by analyzing the data. And then next, we're going to talk about how it can be applied to different industries. And the four main ones that I chose to talk about are the financial industry, healthcare, retail, and the education industry. So, for financial industries, it can analyze different transaction data that identify fraudulent activity, helping prevent fraud. It also can assess credit risk, giving lenders more accurate decision making for loans, analyze market data, identify trends, and execute trades. Inside of the healthcare industry, you are able to analyze medical images such as MRIs, X rays, and CT scans with AI models and machine learning models that can help radiologists in diagnosing diseases, and it can also be used for different individuals inside of the care of medical performers where they can analyze the patient's data and tailor their treatment based on their needs with personalized medication. Next, in retail, it can be used in many different ways for consumer demand and target, but it can assist in providing automated responses for situations. So anything that they aren't sure about, they can put in the data and get a response that is related to what the situation may be. And they are also able to analyze customer behavior, as I said before, which will give them a little bit of a head start in the competitive area, being able to understand what their consumers are going to want. And lastly, it plays a huge part in education as it adapts educational content to individual learning styles, so it can take the data put in and be able to give them a way to study that is personalized to them. And it has automated grading, and it also analyzes student data to help educators by providing instructional decisions. Next up on the slideshow, we are going to be talking about the challenges and considerations that must be taken into using artificial intelligence and machine learning. And the first one that we're talking about is adoption and integration. The challenges are it may be very hard to get it adopted and integrated into the business relating to the different policies related to what the company says. So that could be an issue. And the next one talks about skill gaps and talent shortage, which when looking at it, there aren't that many people specialized inside of the artificial intelligence area. So right now there is a shortage for the technologies, which means that it will be harder for getting it put into different companies since there's not as many people that can work towards doing that. And then you also have to consider the challenges with the ethical and legal implications because there are concerns related to privacy, fairness, and autonomy, and issues such as data privacy, algorithm bias, and the impact on employment need to be addressed. And another challenging consideration that must be talked about is interpretability and explainability because sometimes the data that can be put out from the AI and machine learning models can be very complex and hard to understand for any basic human and be very hard to explain in the terms of business. And the last one talked about would be the data quality and bias. So if bad data is being put into the artificial intelligent models and the machine learning models, then it's not going to give the best quality answers because it's going to feed off of what it's been given. So it has to you have to consider what's being put in because anything that isn't up to standard can bring results that are not going to help the company out. For the next slide, we're looking at the future outlook for artificial intelligence and machine learning. And for the ethical and responsible AI, there is increasing recognition of the ethical, social, and legal implication of AI technologies. So there have been efforts to promote ethical and responsible development and deployment are expected to intensify. So this means that it's going to be looked at very intensely to make sure that is very ethical and responsible within the business realm. And then next, we're going to talk about the human and AI collaboration. And the future of AI will involve closer collaboration on between humans and machines, leveraging the complementary strengths of both to achieve better outcomes. So with both using both our minds and the AI, we can create data and we can continue to make progress within the business world. And there are going to be advancements in deep learning, which means that it's going to be able to analyze this data even further than we are able to and take resources and seconds, analyze it all, and be able to give results out. So this is something that humans cannot do. So this will become a very huge impact on everyday life. And lastly, we talk about the AI in healthcare and already talked about a little bit. It's used with MRIs, X-rays, and CT scans, which help radiologists identify diseases, which is a huge issue. And with AI, it makes it very easy to identify the problem and analyze this data before when it was harder to do this as it harder to do this in the past times as it is now. All right, and so for my final takeaways, I just wanted to say that AI is a technology that has been discussed in prior instances and not very gone very in depth with, but now it has begun to take over the world with the different collaborations it has with Google, with Bing, with different chat boxes, with different ways to create slideshows, presentations, and much more. So day after day, more advancements are being made with the technology, meaning that it has only begun and it is going to keep emerging and finding new ways to adapt. Thank you. This is my work site.